Here's what Arsenal need to do against Manchester City. Ignore the noise. The amount of people that are saying that Arsenal have to go to the Etihad and win to win the title is nonsense. Last season, Arsenal went there with the title in their hands, got a 0-0 draw. After that game, if Arsenal win all their games, they win the league. They lost to Aston Villa. That's why they lost the league. Not because they went to the Etihad, who were the European champions, by the way, at the time, Man City. They had just won the treble the season before. People are almost treating Man City like as if this is Ipswich or Southampton. Or go there and win and you'll win the league. It's not that simple. Arsenal need to ignore the noise. Jamie Carragher started this narrative. In 2019, Liverpool went to the Etihad. They were 7 points clear. They ended up losing the game. And people think that's why they lost the league that season. It's not. That game was in the January. I mean, how many games were left? 16 games? That is not why Liverpool lost the league. Liverpool lost the league that season because they had 7 draws. They had a 0-0 draw away to Everton, a 0-0 draw away to Man United. They drew 1-1 with Leicester in that run-up after that game. Put it in perspective, that game. Liverpool went in 7 points clear. Ended up being 4. But if Liverpool had have went in 1 point clear, and at the end of that game, they were 4 points clear, everyone would have said, oh, that's it. Liverpool are going to win now, they're 4 points clear. So it was all to do with just perspective. But to say that the title was lost because Liverpool failed to win the Etihad was just nonsense. It was absolute nonsense. And today is the same. Arsenal need to ignore the noise. If Arteta wants to go there and park the bus, go there and park the bus. Get a 0-0 draw, move on. This is Manchester City. These are the champions. It's not Southampton or Ipswich, no disrespect to them. If you go to the Etihad and get a draw, it's a good result. It's a good result. You know, the narrative of you have to beat City at the Etihad to win the title is nonsense. The reason Arsenal did not win the title last season because they lost to Aston Villa. It's because they lost to Fulham. It's because they lost to West Ham. They're the reason they lost the league last season. Not because they went to the Etihad and got a draw. That's a fantastic result. And if they get that today, a great result. The narrative needs to be changed. I think it's disrespectful to Arteta. I think it's disrespectful to Arsenal. And I also think it's disrespectful to Man City to just say, oh no, Arsenal need to go there and win. It's not that easy, lads. It's not that easy. So my prediction for today is it's going to be defensive. I think a 0-0 is probably what everyone thinks is going to happen because of last season, because of Arsenal during the week against Atalanta. So I'm going to go with a draw. But like I say, if it's a draw, it's a good result for Arsenal. Arsenal took 4 points off Man City last season. They still didn't win the league. Not because they didn't compete against City in those games. If you would have said to Arsenal at the start of last season, if you said to Arsenal at the start of this season, you're going to take 4 points off Man City, they take it all day. Absolutely all day. The reason they didn't win the league, as I said, is because they dropped points against West Ham, Fulham and Aston Villa. Not because they dropped points against Man City. And today needs to be the same. I'm going to go with a draw, and I think a draw would be a great result for Arsenal.